Assalamu alaikum. This is kOUSER IZHAR from Center for Peace and Spirituality, USA. You know, whenever we hear the stories of the successful people, they always admit proudly that they are successful because of their mothers. And when we look at the history and when we look around ourselves, we see that our mothers are source of inspiration, their source of spirituality, and their source of peace. Whenever there is a problem at home, there's a fighting and everything, our mothers are the peacemaker. They bring all the problems and all the quarrels and all the disagreements to peace. Prophet of Islam stated that all of the good things in the society, in this world, a woman with good character and women with education is the best of the things. George Bernard Shaw says that if you give me educated women, then I will give you educated nation. Thomas Edison, he was a scientist, but when he was growing up, when he was a child, he had learning disability. He could not hear and he could not talk. He was expelled from the school. His mother, who was teacher at that time, she took this task upon herself. She did the homeschooling for her own child, and then she became a teacher, a mentor, and source of inspiration, source of spirituality for his son. She put the faith in him that he could believe in himself, and then he could learn and he could overcome his deficiency, and then he could become a better person and a bigger person in life. And he did so. He became one of the biggest scientists in the world, pioneering scientists in the world. Imam Malik and all those imams like Imam Bukhari, they had their mothers were also very powerful women. They were educators and they were scholars, and they put their needs down, and then they put everything in their sons and in their daughters to make them educated, to help them become a bigger and better person in life. All these people that we see around ourselves, they also admit that they are successful because of their mothers, their daughters, their wives, and their teachers. So what are these women? What kind of qualities these women have? So, and Quran also put a lot of emphasis in mothers and daughters and ladies and family life. It's because of the fact that that Allah Ta'ala has created women as spiritual, and they are much more closer to God. They are peacemakers, and they when they are educated, they become the source of change. Whenever there's a change happens in the society, it happens from the home. And in the home, we have all these wonderful ladies who start the process of change. So if we want to bring change in society, then we have to educate our ladies. There's a saying that every good thing starts from a woman. And so what we need to do is we need to educate our daughters, our sisters, our wives, your wives, like my sisters, so that they could become educated. Now, this education is not only the math and science and the worldly education. This education is character building also, spiritual, like morals, ethics, and being a good person, being a good humanitarian, and being a spiritual person. I wanted to explain the term spirituality. People think it's just kind of a religious person. A spiritual person is the one, he has the ability to know the inner content of the physical thing. For example, if you see a bread, or if you see a tree, or if you see a person, you should be able to know what is the core, what is the inner element of that person, of a thing. And when we study that, then we know, then it will bring us closer to nature. And nature is all about God, is all about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So then we can become closer to nature. A spiritual thinking is higher than material thinking. Materialist thinking is all about food, all about money, all about material things. Spiritual thinking is about other people, about helping others, about doing good things in the society. So mothers are the ones who always want to do good things in the society. Now the other thing that mothers need to do is that they should not pamper their children. Pampering our children means that giving them all they want, giving them, feeding their desires, giving them food or clothes or anything they want, and to ignore the problematic behavior of a child, thinking that problem may be later on automatically be resolved. But no, it doesn't happen that way. If we see a problem in a child, that problem will need to be resolved by peace and love. And a mother's love and peaceful quality will be, and her approach towards life will be able to address that problem. So the mother need to make sure that if she is giving her, or father, if they are giving their children a silver spoon or good things in life, at the same time they're using